Hey, welcome in everybody. I appreciate y'all joining me for this last boss fight. So, it took me a couple times to beat this, and I'm doing this voiceover afterward because after so many times of trying to beat it, it just, I was repeating myself a lot, and it just seemed like the easier way. I also got the camera out of the way, because, it seemed like it was going to be distracting having a camera of me talking separately from me actually talking. So now that we've got that out of the way, it took me so many times because unfortunately I was being a little ignorant with how I was beating the boss for Tiny's portion. I didn't realize because it's been so long, and I just didn't notice because it was so small, but I kept putting the crossbow away immediately when she pulled it out, which was causing me to have to then pull it back out, and it was timing wise on the pattern, it was messing me up. But after more tries than I'd like to admit, I finally realized what was making that part so difficult for me, and yeah, I finally beat it. So here we are, we're about to get in this. It's amazing just how long this intro feels when you have to talk over it. This first part, I glazed over it, because this first part's just honestly so easy. Just kind of hang on the side and wait for the barrels to appear. But I got really good at the first three parts of this, because having to redo Tiny's every time, it gave me a chance to practice these. They went off without a hitch, other than the fact that I did misfire once, because I just misjudged the timing a little bit. But I'm excited that we're finally to the boss of this one. I will make a few videos of me finishing up 100%ing the game, or 99.9% of the game. I probably won't do all the beaver bothers just because I hate those things. That's the worst minigame ever invented by man. But it's kind of bittersweet that we're beating this game, and that we're going to be moving on to something new. But I might someday in the future come back to revisit this one, because I would like to play the randomizer. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. There we are on round 1.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell.
So round 2, just like round 1,
The red corner.
super easy one to beat.
Round 2.
Honestly, getting into the barrels is probably the most complicated thing of these rounds. Replaying this game years later has also made me realize when we were younger, I guess we had more of a tolerance to some of these things in games. Because having to repeat these things multiple times is not very fun. And if I was given this game now, I'd probably still beat it, but I don't think I would have had as much fun and fond memories of it nowadays. Kind of seeing it through those rose-colored glasses is, I think one thing that's really improved my love of this game over the years. This one's just so simple because you just hover right there at that first button, take a hit, swing over, pop it off. So fast, so easy. And there we are on round 2.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell.
I hope y'all have been having a good week so far.
In the red corner.
I've been testing out some different video formats for the future. So in the next week after this video comes out, I'm gonna be trying out just some playthroughs to go along with everything else I'm doing. I'm gonna spoil it for you. I'm gonna do a playthrough of Limbo and a playthrough of Never Alone, both side-scrolling platformers, and I didn't do any talking during them. Well, Never Alone, I just didn't really know what to say to it, and it's nice atmosphere. Same thing with Limbo. So I figured I'd let the storyline in the game speak for itself. So we're gonna see how those do. And here on round 3. Honestly, this one's super easy, other than the fact that Lanky just sometimes doesn't want to hit the button, it feels like. And sometimes just feels like you don't want to grab those barrels. But very simple pattern, very easy round as well. Really, Tiny's is the only one I find annoying in this entire battle. Everyone else's is pretty simple. I feel like hers is unnecessary with how many times you have to do it. I also love that he's running right now, but he doesn't trip over the banana. Even though he's at basically full sprint right now. Like, what's the difference in the speed he was going and that speed right there? Like, that seems like the same speed. But here we are in round 3. Nice and simple as well. And there we are. Perfect. Oh, there he goes. I also, going back and playing this, having time to watch it during editing and stuff as well, it kind of bothers me there's no purple in the ring. Like, you've got yellow, red, green, and blue on the corners. But you got nothing for Tiny. Like, you couldn't have had a purple mat or anything for her. Gave everybody else a color corner. Couldn't sprinkle hers in around the rim or something. But yeah, this was the only one that gave me annoyance, because mainly I was just being stupid for several tries. Because the minute you go into the shoe, I didn't realize you were pulling the crossbow out. So I was going into the shoe, trying to pull the crossbow out, which was putting the crossbow away, to then try to pull the crossbow back out, and it was a disaster. Because it's so small, you know, I didn't really notice the crossbow. But yeah, this one, I feel like you should just do one time for each toe, instead of one time here, and then 2 times, and then 3 times, and then, like, it just feels like an unnecessary amount of times to have to do the pattern. When everybody else basically just has to do stuff 4 times in total. For this one, it feels unnecessary. Like, why didn't you just make me have to do it once per toe? It just makes me feel like this one's unnecessary with how long it takes. I mean, it's a nice concept, and I do appreciate it as a mini-game. But I don't approve of the execution of it. It seems a little unnecessary. I'm not sure why I flew right directly into it right there. I think I was just getting impatient and ready for it to be over. Because I think during this playthrough, I think it took me about 6 times. Because I think this is like the 7th time, and I finally realized what the heck I was doing with Tiny on the last playthrough. But we finally got there in the end, and that's the important thing. And then I feel like for the next one for Chunkies, I feel like you should only have to do it once. Just kind of as like a satisfactory, oh, there you go, you did it, instead of making you do it multiple times as well. Because in terms of a boss fight, it's not like this boss fight's overly long or anything. It just kind of feels like by the time you've got to Chunky, like, you've made us go through all this stuff, just kind of feels like they could have done it slightly different. But I'm probably just nitpicking. Like, this just feels like an unnecessary amount of times in my mind for how you have to do this. I also love that the lights are just back this round.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And how shooting him in the foot knocks him out. I guess the pain. But yeah, for Chunky here, by this point in the match, I feel like this should just be more of a symbolic thing you have to do. Also, right there, they still tap the bell and it counts. It seems like for the knockout here, like, they still are able to ring the bell. But yeah, for this one right here, I feel like they should just make you do it once. Also, I didn't realize that you didn't get invincibility off of this. And I think he hits me on this one, because I thought I was invincible and didn't have to worry about it. Which also seems kind of silly, because what's the point in me going invisible to get that? But yeah, I feel like right there, I mistimed it. But I felt like just hitting him once should be enough for it. But yeah, I mistimed it right there. I think that's the only time I mistimed it, though. But yeah, this one just always kind of felt a little weird. But yeah, I feel like when he charges... Okay, I mistimed it twice. My bad. I lied to y'all. But don't worry, I do beat him on this playthrough. Chunky's is really one of the simplest ones, though, in it. I feel like Diddy's is probably the easiest for me. Well, Donkey Kong's honestly is the easiest, but I feel like Diddy's is the easiest for me. But objectively speaking, Donkey Kong's is, I'm sure, 100% the simplest. But yeah, I don't know why they made this part like a whole thing for Chunky, like why they couldn't just, you know, hey, check it out, you beat him. But it is satisfying. I don't know if it's more satisfying to do it multiple times, but it is a satisfying way to beat the boss by getting to punch him. But I'll probably take a break for a little bit on Donkey Kong games. In the future I will go back and revisit some of the Donkey Kong Country games and stuff, but for now I think I'm gonna take a small break, finish up the Donkey Kong playthrough, getting all the stuff, and then come back later on with the randomizer or something. But I appreciate everyone who's stuck with me through this, and I hope y'all enjoyed it at least a little bit. It gave me some frustration, but it's still always a good game, and I do. Oh, never mind, I missed it once more. But I do still find it to be a great game, even with its inherent flaws. I know a lot of people regard this as a not a good game, unfortunately, which I think is sad because I don't know. It's been a fun one to me, but like I said, I might just have a different view on it since I grew up with it. I love this ending. I guess they don't really have to do a bell for this one because he's not technically knocked out. He's literally knocked out. Yeah, I guess a bell wouldn't really matter because right there, he's not gonna come out of that one unscathed. But that's it for the main storyline, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Appreciate y'all sticking with me through the series. I know it's been a bit of a long series and taking a bit of time to beat it. But I hope you enjoy the credits, and I hope to see you in the next one. I'm gonna just sit here and enjoy the credits with y'all in some silence and just ponder about my future projects and the rest of the stuff I have to do in the game.